Welcome back. So, well, and look, some pets. Or cats and dogs. So, not too many. Unfortunately, I really want a lot of puppies. But let's put them in the cage so that they won't disturb the FPS until they're grown and can be trained so that they don't. That's a stair I don't need. So that they won't become pets owned by some dwarf that, well, since cats actually adopt themselves, I don't know if dogs do that. So let's think about how to get the water into the well. The easiest path would be something like that, I guess. Channel. Let's connect all the lakes so that no single lake will be too drained. And I believe we have one more lake. We really don't want our dwarves to drink from the lakes, since they are murky pools, and murky pools count as a bit more dirty than a normal lake. But once we get the water into the well, it ceases to be murky. So, and since we have a well that's too deep, that won't be a problem either. Well, here I don't really need to make that, I believe. And let's look at the short combat log of our hunter. I'll keep him as a hunter as long as possible so that he gains crossbow skills and stuff like that. The added benefit is that if he was training, he wouldn't get the meat that he will do if he hunts. So it's a really good combination for any of your archer dwarves to be a hunter. And well, he kills quite a lot of stuff. Yeah, there's his jack cow kill. Not too much interesting. And there's a little frog if you saw him. And they're starting to remove or make the channels between the lakes. This way I only have to channel out the tile in the middle and then nearest the lakes. It's a lot safer for my dwarves this way. I've tried a lot of other ways, but this is the one that's fastest and easiest, since I only have to cover very few tiles if I want to. Oh, let's look at him dig. Digging hole, diggy diggy hole. Or Some of the gems are completed. This one's one of my bought gems. I'll consider cutting those later. They're not really worth that much, it's just a good thing to have. And since I can use them for so much more before they're cut, I'm not sure I will cut them, since they can be made into blocks. And the fishery isn't up yet. I should probably remove his fishing, since I don't need any more raw fish. I need him to actually prepare the fish so that... Oh, look, both of our miners has become legendary. Since we don't need the raw fish, we need the prepared fish so that we can eat it. And the turtles will be cleaned. What am I saying? The turtles' shells will be removed so that they can be used in moods. Why aren't they doing that? I thought that was possible to do. Oh well, let's just do it from the bottom instead. A ramp and then remove it up here. That should work. Yep, works like a charm. Maybe that's some kind of a bug. I don't know. And now you can do the opposite. Make a ramp when you're going from a higher level, but maybe it isn't possible to go a channel from a higher level if you're not on that level. Oh well. We need to put up something to block this water if I don't want any more. We need a hatch. A hatch cover. And some mechanisms so that we can build a lever and connect it into the hatch so that we can control it from afar. Let's put the lever in its own little nook in here. The well will become its own room, so having a trap in the room is very beneficial. Your horse will be a little bit more happy if you didn't have it in the room, in a designated room. You'll see later. Let's place the well down so that it's harder for our dwarves to accidentally fall into the hole, since it's too deep now. We don't really want that. And let's assign him this room. There, now all my dwarves have bedrooms that they own. Oh, look, he's preparing raw fish. 26 raw turtles. And no eggs. That's not too strange, I guess. And before I forget, since I've recorded the whole second year, so if you want a dwarf, you can just reply to any of the videos, and I will be adding nicknames to my dwarves during year 3. If I don't get any requests, I will probably not. Well, I'll see what I'll do then. I don't really need nicknames, it's just most of the people who watch Let's Plays really want to have recognition in some form. And well, it's fun to see your own name doing something awesome or stupid. At least I think so. So, let's see. Yep, the hunting is going good. I think he's becoming quite proficient in using his crossbow. You see, here's our health screen. We can use it for a lot of stuff. Basically, we can keep track of any of our dwarves that's got stuck somewhere, and we can see if they are starving. Then we know that they can't access any food, so they accidentally place themselves in the wrong place, and that's never good. And the lakes are connected, so we can cover these locations so that our dwarves won't accidentally fall in and act all stupid. Or our animals, if they start to fight with each other, which they might do because they're irritated or there's too little food in the zones that are assigned to them. I'm not exactly sure why they sometimes fight, but it's always better to have as little open water for them to accidentally fall into. Let's start exploring some more part of the mountain. We'll do it in a separate entrance so that we can build a bridge and close it off, just so that our living quarters isn't exposed directly to caves and other fun stuff that we might encounter. Let's hope that we find some interesting materials. So let's place our nest boxes inside. I only have one. Let's check that. I should have two. Well, no, that's not what I want to do. Let's make one more nest box just to be sure. Yep, mountain goats are disturbing our dwarves, but they aren't attacking, so we can just leave them be. I have plans to complete, or at least make a large effort to do the walls this year, because in case of any ranged invaders coming to attack my walls. So let's hook up the lever, not to a floodgate. That's not what I wanted to do. It's a hatch cover. Yep. Don't really need that good of a mechanism. Probably have chosen a more expensive one, because then the room will be giving my dwarves more happiness, but not really all that important. Oh look, we have some flagstone. That's nice. Let's hope that if we don't have any other use for it, we can always make all our rafts and stuff from that. It makes it worth twice as much as normal stone. It's an easy way to get higher value to export with. That should be probably enough of levels for now, so that my miners have something to do. Hematite! Yes! Awesome! That's so awesome.